All right, Hamill.
Hey, this is Paul Stanley, and you are listening to Pod of Thunder.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you found it if this is what you were looking for, right?
That's right. You
yeah.
found it.
What are you looking for?
Your buddy Andy on drums, just in case anybody was wondering.
Is that actually on drums or is that a drum machine?
It's an electronic drum kit.
Okay, one of those like Roland pads or whatever?
Yes.
I used to have one of those.
Yeah.
I couldn't play it like you can, man. That's a funky intro.
Thanks, man.
I also like the got to chew. No, got to tooge.
Yeah, that was all Nick.
Well, I mean, who do we have here on the program? We might need that sound clip.
Well, let me give you a
Okay.
cast rundown.
Nice.
It's your buddy, Andy. I'm joined by Nick. We are not joined by Chris, but we are joined by our other Chris Jericho. Welcome, Chris.
Chris J. President Chris L.
He doesn't really want everybody
I have
know
to say something.
his
Our
last
buddy
name.
Andy's great. You can make T-shirts because it's our buddy Andy are joined by Nick. You need a nickname too.
Well,
I have one.
He's Nick the Garlic Dragon. That's what we're working on. And then Chris is the human Garfield.
And
I want lasagna. Chris is currently in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He's in Jamaica.
Oh, but don't say that because you don't want people to find him.
Well, we can't.
Oh, they know already. He said his good, real good shirt is a
Oh,
hit.
he's in the grill.
And it's a hit over there.
Oh.
It's taking over, apparently.
So if there's any ninja assassins in the grill looking to terminate Chris L., he's wearing an orange good, real good shirt.
And he's got a spa mask on.
That looks like the mental health mask.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And we're also joined by another Pot of Thunder legend.
Pot of Thunder alumni, Tom Codal. Welcome, Tom.
The greatest looking man.
Thanks for having me. I used to be a legend until this guy came and upstaged me.
I'm feeling a little bit like there's a little bit of territorial pissings going on. Who is this guy?
I bow.
Who is this guy?
Well, it's just interesting. They're me and Andy, two average guys, and then two metahuman.
Wow, I didn't know that. I feel
two
I don't know about
metahuman.
that.
I feel like I'm up against it now.
Absolute specimens.
Yeah, top
Jeez.
shelf specimens.
Do I take second place or do I try and
Absolutely
jockey for
not.
first?
Absolutely not. I bow to you.
I don't know what to do, man. But first of all, very excited to be back. I think this is my fifth or sixth time.
It's
something like
fifth.
that, yeah.
Fifth time back on the show.
Yep.
Every time come through Chicago, have a chance to hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Meet all your fine friends. Pizza, Grey Goose. I get treated like a king.
You're taken care of when you're in the Pot of Thunder mobile studio.
Thank you. By your buddy Andy.
By your buddy Andy,
I
that's
don't
right.
know why you're taking care of him. He's a C-list star.
Yeah, that first episode.
That's my Chris imitation.
It did not take long.
It was kind of like a geriatric Chris. It sounded
Well,
like that was not bad.
Chris sometimes sounds like he's some serious like Ritalin or downers or something like that. He's just like super slow. I'm really not happy to be here.
There are times where he's looking at sports scores on his
Yeah.
phone.
He's barely paying attention.
Barely
most of the
paying,
time.
especially if I'm doing the merchandise segment.
He's tapped out.
No
He hates
idea.
that.
And then like a couple minutes later, what now? Like if we start laughing about something,
Yeah,
he puts
yeah.
his phone down and grabs
What?
the mic. What?
When
now?
I
What
did,
was that?
I've done, what's it called? Not Lover's Lane. It's with Dr. Drew.
Love line.
Love Line. Sorry, I've done that show multiple times, and I learned after the first time, Dr. Drew sits there on his phone the whole time going through whatever he's doing, and Mike Catherwood fields the calls. And when Dr. Drew hears something interesting, he puts his phone down and gets involved. Other than that, he doesn't do shit. He just sits there looking through his phone.
And just waits for something to pique his
It's
interest.
something that he hears that is like, interesting to him. Chris is like the Dr. Drew of Pot of Thunder.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The Dr. L.
The breakout star.
Dr. L.
They call me Dr. L.
Giving you lion scores or something?
Yeah.
What he's doing?
That's pretty much
I
it.
don't appreciate you guys talking shit about me.
I'm like a kid in a candy store with no Chris here.
Oh, boy.
I can run wild.
We're
now.
going to hear about it, though.
Oh, my gosh. Chris has a Quiet Riot mask on. Oh,
I told you.
he's got 4 legs. He's like, how does... apparently there's some chick who's on top of him, but how do they even do that in a bathtub? Is that his wife?
Yeah, it is.
That is.
Okay, I didn't know. Is it Chris L's wife? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was like a mistress or something. Yeah, man, they look pretty creepy. Well, look at that picture. It looks like you talk about mental health.
That's what I'm saying. Bang your head! If I would have gotten here
Everybody
earlier,
will see this.
I was going to Photoshop him onto the mental health cover.
I
just haven't had time to
What
do
is that, like a moisturizing mask or something?
It's like a
that
spa.
moisturizing mask looks exactly like the mental health mask.
That should be a Quiet Riot cross promotion item.
It should. Hey, listen, bing bong.
Yeah.
The merch is here. It's a Quiet Riot moisturizing mask.
Brought to you by Chris L.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did that guy ever have a name? The Quiet Riot,
Like an Eddie or whatever.
Yeah, like Murray.
I don't think so.
Alistair Fiend.
That's a good.
I think Murray's probably what it was.
No, Murray is actually Dio. The first three Dio albums have that devil thing guy on it.
Oh, really?
Last in Line, Holy Diver, and that guy's name is Murray.
I didn't know that.
No, I never
Yeah,
knew
Google
that.
it. Hit us back at Pod of Thunder and let us know if I'm correct or not.
There you go. All right. Well, I mean, I guess that could just be the piece of merchandise.
Okay.
Let's just move it along
works for
today.
me.
We got it. Like, we don't have. Yeah.
So wait, Chris L was the piece of merchandise?
No, his
No,
mask.
the moisturizing
Just the
Quiet
mask.
Riot
Just
mental
the
health
mask.
mask.
All right.
He
All right.
delivered it to us.
The mental
Right in
health
our lap.
moisturizing mask.
Yeah.
The Triple M.
M
Triple M with an H in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You can buy it anywhere fine moisturizing mental health masks are sold.
Exactly.
In big lots, too.
I don't understand why I'm the butt of all the jokes today.
His laugh is uncharacteristic with the rest of his personality.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Oh,
like
man.
very. It's shocking the first time you hear
I
it.
can't do it off by heart, but I'm trying.
Yeah, it's like a wheezy cackle, like a high wheezy cackle.
It's like
Yeah.
Martin Short being Jackie Rogers Jr. The obscurity is just flying here.
Yes.
And speaking of obscure, well, we don't even know what the song is.
No, we don't.
But it might be an obscure one.
it could
maybe.
be.
Or it could be a... You guys are winding down. I don't know what I'm going to do.
It might be God of Thunder.
Well, we don't know what we're going to do either.
You guys know that I'm on the trail. Like, I got a trail by my house. I love riding the trail. 15 miles on my bike every day.
Oh wow, okay.
And I don't like listening to my podcast or any other podcasts. I listen to two. One is Conan, Keeping It 100 on the Jericho Network, available now in Westwood One. Other one is Pod of Thunder.
That's great.
And every week I get a text on my Twitter feed telling me what the weekly show is, because you guys always tag me on it, which I appreciate.
And
I don't know why.
Chris,
that would be your
that's
buddy
your
Chris
buddy
L.
Chris L.
Chris L?
Being very considerate.
Is he
yeah.
trying to get some extra like focus on it from me or what?
I don't know. He likes to tag people.
He tags people.
He's playing the
Yeah.
social media game.
He's making up for the mask.
You're
That's what
running
he's
out
doing.
of you're running out of non-makeup songs. You know, I listen to all the non-makeup ones, and the
Yeah.
makeup ones are hard sells for me,
Yeah.
unless it's from Dynasty or past.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
but man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I gotta have to stop riding my bike. I'm a big fatso.
Well, you know
yeah.
Kiss, right? Have them release more albums, and we can
There you
keep
go.
doing that.
Well, that's a whole other thing there. You guys,
Yeah.
you guys did Samurai Sun, which
Yeah.
we can all agree was wrong. Terrible song.
Nick liked it.
I like parts of it.
I fooled myself into because it was a new Kiss song.
Yeah.
you know. And there's a couple covers. There's a Ramones. We
Yeah.
spoke about Venus and Mars,
Yep.
which is actually not even the band. It's just the vocals are
It'll
Kiss.
probably still come up eventually.
I mean, it has to. You guys got to
Yeah.
milk this for all it's worth.
Yeah. We have to be completists.
You've got millions of people waiting every week.
Potentially millions of people.
Yeah. If you say potentially.
Kinetically, hundreds of people.
Right. Yeah.
You've had 5 years to build this.
Yeah. And it's
So we're here.
We're here.
The merch is done.
Well, here's the
Let's
thing.
check it off.
We're
the
on
list.
the road in our mobile studio, right? We should probably fire up the sports machine, right?
the mobile. Yeah,
I think we should.
we take its important piece.
It's so funny because when you guys first started, you actually had to carry it with you, and it's big.
yeah.
And now it's on an app.
Yes.
So it's okay.
Yeah, it's small.
Yeah.
Much better. Technology's been great. George Michael's actually on an app as well too. His soul survives it. I think that's a Black Mirror episode that I saw.
The rejected script for Black Mirror.
I think it's called George Michael's Soul, and it's not the one you think or
No.
the second one you think.
Right.
It's not the guy from Wham or the guy from Arrested Development. It's the other guy.
It's the other guy
Yeah,
that
it was too long of a title, so they had to cancel it.
barely anybody knows. All right. Well, hey, fire it up, Nick.
Okay.
Wow, that's a new one.
It's been going haywire the last few weeks.
Yeah, this machine.
Is this new?
A couple of weeks.
Couple
old.
weeks, yeah.
I haven't listened in a couple weeks, so it's a new one.
We press the button and it just changed the song.
It just pops out of nowhere.
The machines become intelligent.
Did you guys hear the last show of the Axl Rose AC/DC tour? They busted out Problem Child. The first time they learned it for the last show.
Wow.
You guys are busting out these great tunes right near the end.
Yeah.
You got to Tooge, and You Better Watch Out, I'm a Sports Machine, and you've only got like 30 episodes left.
It doesn't matter. It's going to keep getting better.
Keep getting better. End it on a high.
It's going to go to a crescendo.
End it on a high note, man.
Yeah, we're not mailing it in.
Just right off into the sunset?
Hey.
No, then they go into the George Michael Soul app.
All right. we enter it, yeah. All of us. All right. Well, did you get it, Nick, with the mask and the sports machine?
I did.
All right.
It's a little slimy still on the one side.
All right.
What is slimy?
The one side of the mask.
Oh, gotcha. I thought the sports machine got slimy.
Well,
like, wow, don't mess that up. If that gets into the circuits, you're going to screw everything up.
The thing is, it's gonna blow anytime now.
Yeah.
In about 30 episodes.
It's got about 30 weeks left.
We're hoping.
What happened was it was like Mission Impossible. They came and found this thing under a rock and said, "This is your mission. If you choose to accept it, you will do all 250 Kiss songs, and at the end, it will explode."
Like, all right, we'll do it.
We just thought that would be funny.
That's cool.
That if somebody actually dedicated time to doing that.
And now babies have been born.
Yeah.
Both members of the Jones family are fathers.
Yeah.
Did you even have your first child, Nick?
I had my first when we started.
But must have been like just months old.
He wasn't a year yet. Yeah,
there you go.
For sure.
How about the time when I called you Vinny?
Yeah, I was like, is that me?
Yeah, I screwed up. I don't know why I was thinking Vinny.
And Vinny Jones, isn't he that actor? I'm like, he must think.
I thought you were Vinny Jones.
He must be confusing me with another buff, bald guy.
And
it's got to be the sideburns.
And he was Adam at first too. So Adam and Vinny Jones are the robotic Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park version of you guys. The evil,
there you go.
Evil robots. They're going to take over.
The rip and destroy version.
Rip and destroy.
We might have to cover that too.
Yeah, you might.
My goodness.
Jeez, you got 30 seconds from that one.
Yeah. All right, Nick, you ready? You ready?
Yes.
You ready to tell us what song we got?
I'm ready to tell me. And
this one comes off
the Shocker original soundtrack.
It's called
Shocker. What a shocker that was the song off of the Shocker soundtrack.
Wow, it really is obscure.
It is.
I barely know this song. I would never suggest this as a episode for us.
That would be ridiculous.
What's with that sports machine?
Yeah, there's something
Get
wrong.
it tested out. We need to recalibrate
This isn't even
it.
a Kiss song. This is by one of the best band names of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah,
good call.
It is a great band name.
What's the band name?
The Dudes of Wrath.
That's fantastic.
Doesn't it go Shocker? Make me feel better.
I'm pulling.
Wow,
I'm pulling
Dudes
up some
of Wrath.
research.
Is there any research for the Dudes of Wrath?
1989.
There's a little bit. There's
a little bit.
What did you find out, our buddy?
Our buddy Andy.
OBA, as we like to call it. Hey, Oba. If I'm Tooge, you're Oba. Tooge and Oba hit the streets.
It's a buddy film, buddy cop film.
I think they was in The Last Jedi. Those two characters were introduced.
They were porgs.
Okay, where's it at here? We got the. Okay, that's the plot. We don't care about the plot. We want the soundtrack.
So Shocker.
We might want the plot later.
We
Who
want
knows?
the plot slightly, I think.
We want the plot.
Let's start with this. Okay, it's a 1989 Wes Craven movie, right?
Horror movie, yeah.
Yeah, horror movie. Black comedy slasher is what it's listed as.
Which are always a bad call.
Have you seen this, Tooge?
No.
No, me neither.
I have not.
All right.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, don't know where that came from. Let's go back to Shocker.
He's saying, have you seen this movie?
Yeah.
I thought you said, have you seen the Stooge?
No, he said, have you
seen this
Stooge?
Oh,
my apologies.
Sorry, I forgot who I was. I'm Tooge. I thought you said, have you seen the Stooge? I'm like, what the fuck
Stooge.
does that have to do?
Have you seen the movie?
Have you seen this Tooge?
Yes.
Is what you're saying. Yes, I saw it.
You have
saw it.
But let me tell you the reason why.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1989, I was in college, and I was a DJ at the college radio station.
Yeah.
And you would get albums that would come in and nobody would play, and I would get to take them home. And I saw the soundtrack for Shocker, and it's jam-packed. Like, even 1989, if you find the soundtrack on there, OBA, you'll find, I think, Megadeth is on there, No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Yep.
Dangerous Toys, who were really big at the time. I think Bonfire, Sword and Stone is on that, which is also a Paul Stanley song. Did you find the lineup for it, OBA?
I'm getting there.
Okay, I could probably find it quicker.
Before we get into the lineup, then, while Andy's looking it up.
Okay, I have it.
Look it up.
I'm there.
It's only right now.
Okay.
Okay.
But I just want to... Now, I only saw commercials when I was like 9 years old for this.
Okay.
Isn't it basically there's a killer on death row. He gets electrocuted intentionally in the electric chair. And then what becomes some sort of...
like electric... He can go murder people through. It's Wes Craven, right? Who invented or created Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
So Freddy would kill you in your dreams.
Yeah.
Horace Pinker, who is the killer in this movie, aka Mitch Pileggi, who is in X-Files. He's the boss. Can't remember what his name is. Bald guy. He can go through electric airwaves. So if you turn your lamp on, Horace Pinker can come through the lamp and kill you. So it's a real bad version of Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, it's just a little twist on it,
No,
but
it's
not as good.
And it's really shit.
No,
Yeah.
a movie I saw a year later that has very close to the same plot, Ernest Goes to Jail.
What?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Really?
He mistakenly is on death row, gets electrocuted by the state, and for whatever reason becomes a walking electromagnet and can shoot lasers or lightning out of his fingers.
So the chances are that the Jim Varney people went and saw Shocker and went, we can do something
We
with
can
this.
improve this.
We can make this better.
Yes.
Here's what they missed.
Okay,
Right.
so did you get the sound? Okay, so anyways, the movie, very, very standard late 80s shitty horror movie.
Yeah.
But the soundtrack is what... So when I was working at the station, I found the Shocker soundtrack and took it home because nobody wanted it.
Right.
And that's when I got into the movie. And who's on the soundtrack?
All right. So, like you said, Bonfire Does Sword and Stone.
Which is another Paul Stanley song.
Megadeth, No More Mr. Nice Guy. Dudes of Wrath, Shocker. Timeless Love by Soraya. I don't know that. Demon Bell.
Demon Bell.
The
Dangerous
Ballad of Horace Pinker. That's by Dangerous
That's
Toys,
actually
yeah.
a really good song. And the line it is like, you got to get in line to get to go to hell. Like you get to go to hell when you're Horace Pinker. It's like an honor.
Oh, okay.
You got to get in line to get to go to hell. Something like that.
It's one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
Love Transfusion by Iggy Pop.
Yeah.
The Awakening by Voodoo X. I don't know Voodoo X.
Oh, by the way, Voodoo X featuring our buddy Jean Beauvoir.
Oh, is he really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
There
That
you
was
have
his
it.
real band, Voodoo X, after the Plasmatics.
Okay. And then Different Breed by Dead On.
That's it? That's the soundtrack?
That's it.
Now, okay, so you had a...
There's a Shocker reprise, too, right?
It's not listed here. Oh.
So you had the record.
Yeah.
Dudes of Wrath, without... I guess we'll get into this soon enough. It's a supergroup.
Yes.
Now, were they billed as such, or was it just kind of like, there's some band called Dudes of Wrath?
Somehow, I maybe was reading Metal Edge magazine and heard about this, because I can even tell you without Googling it. I'm actually Googling Shocker soundtrack to see what I can find. But I know I know the Dudes of Wrath. I know who's in the band. I can tell you right now who's in the band. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dudes of Wrath, Paul Stanley vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guy Mann-Dude on guitar.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a pseudonym for Desmond Child, but it's not. If you can
It's
Google,
a different guy.
It's actually a guy called Guy Mann-Dude.
No.
His last name is Man-Dude. So Man and Dude got together, had a child named Guy.
So you're actually like the best band name and the best
Yeah.
guy name.
Yeah,
His confirmation name was Bro, actually. It wasn't listed on
So
the album.
it's Guy Mann-Dude on guitar. It's such a wacky lineup. So Paul Stanley, Guy Mann-Dude on guitar, Vivian Campbell,
Yes.
Oh, yes.
other guitar.
Yes.
So Tom's
And
a
You've
Def
got
Leppard
Def Leppard
fanatic.
super fan
Yes,
here.
right here.
But he wasn't even in Leopard at the time.
No, he was in
that was Whitesnake.
Yeah, he was Whitesnake
Ex
at the
Whitesnake,
time.
of course, ex Dio.
XDO.
But here's the best rhythm section. Rudy Sarzo, who's got to be one of my favorite journeyman bass players of
Yeah.
all time, from Quiet Riot, Ozzy, Dio, Whitesnake, Malmsteen, playing in the Guess Who right now from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And on drums, Tommy Lee.
Pretty awesome.
One of the great,
And
great
backing
all-time rock
vocals,
drummers.
Michael Anthony, right?
I didn't know that.
And who
believe
else?
Michael Anthony was
it's Michael Anthony, and there's somebody else that did backing vocals.
Yes.
What was it? The guy from Alice Cooper?
Kane Roberts.
Kane Roberts.
Roberts?
does
Backing vocals on this?
I believe so.
Yes.
Did you do research or did you know this
No,
stuff?
I did research.
Wow,
I did research.
you're way
I
up.
did a little research.
You are
He's
the alpha
faster.
male here.
It's
Yeah.
pretty impressive how he looked that up without a phone.
I don't have a phone.
But Desmond Child is also on lead
Also
vocals on
lead,
this.
yeah,
and
they're
one of
Right, they alternate?
They alternate. And so track 10, which you didn't see, OBA, is Shocker Reprise, Dudes of Wrath, which is just the end part sung over and over again. We'll hear that later on, the end part, because it's really cool.
This computer
We'll
only
save
goes
that
up to
for
9.
another week. We'll do that one.
Really cool outro. So music. Let me just. Do you have any information on that, or do you want me to take over on this?
Go ahead, dude.
Music by Paul Stanley, Desmond Child, Michael Bruth, Alice Cooper, William Goldstein, Megadeth. So I don't know what exactly that means as far as the
Michael Bruce.
Is that a guy?
That's from the Cooper band, right?
Oh, there you go. So here we go. Original musical contributions were made by Alice Cooper. Megadeth covered "No More Mr. Nice Guy" with Cooper on vocals. The movie's title song, recorded by the Dudes of Wrath.
Great name.
Composed of Kiss's Paul Stanley, producer Desmond Child, Vivian Campbell, Guy Mann-Dude on guitar.
Do we have any other background on Guy
Backing
Mann-Dude?
vocals by Michael Anthony and Kane Roberts.
Yes.
You nailed it, dude. And let me just say, there's, when you go on Wikipedia and look stuff up, and if it's blue, you can click on it.
Yes.
I can click on Guy Mann-Dude.
Oh,
please
this is
do.
good.
Let's find out a little bit more about Guy Mann-Dude.
Let's find
Guy
out.
Mann-Dude, American-born musician, best known in the late 80s, early 90s, after his self-named band formed in Los Angeles. He was also a guitar player for the Michael Angelo Band.
Oh, man. Good thing Chris is not
yeah.
here.
Born Guy Schiffman, so he's kind of a Jewish cat. He toured with John Anderson of Yes. And Guy Mann-Dude.
Guy Mann-Dude, perhaps?
That's the French version.
Maybe.
Guy Mann-Dude produced a few bands in the Czech Republic, and his Manic Distortion album was released there. So look for that, all of our friends in the Czech Republic, which I'm sure there's many.
Oh, yeah.
In the 90s, he studied jazz, and he now scores cartoons, movie shorts, and a film. And he has a son who lives in the Czech Republic, Wyatt Mann-Dude.
Okay.
And he was also part of the heavy metal supergroup, the Dudes of Wrath, along with Paul Stanley, Desmond Child, Tommy Lee, and Rudy Sarzo. And he also worked on a studio album by Robin Beck. It's called Trouble or Nothing. So all of you people out there, check that out and look up the fine works of Guy Mann-Dude. And he also played on the Milos Dodo Dolashai.
That's what I know him from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Big hit here in the Chicago area.
Yeah.
So we still going with Guy, or are we going with Guy?
I say Guy.
I say let's listen to the song and see if we get any vibes.
Because I'm Canadian, so my tendency is Guy Lafleur.
Yeah.
Guy Mann-Dude.
Guy Mann-Dude. All right. Let's go. Let's all get on the same page and go with Guy.
All right, it's Guy for now.
We'll go
But
with
I like Nick/Vinny's idea of let's let the song take us to where he needs to go. Can I have some ice, Garçon, please? We've got our personal cabana boy here.
We have Guy here.
This is a Guy dude, man.
Guy Rich Dude.
This is Guy dude, bro. He's got. Here's what I love about. Hold on, stop. Go, come here. He's got a little spoon and he's pouring more ice on my cockski than into the glass. Thank you. I appreciate it. You can just grab your hand and put it in. The straight vodka will kill any germs that you might have in your hand. All right. So there we go.
You guys ready?
I'm ready to take a journey on this.
I'm ready, and I find it fascinating that with this supergroup, we're talking about the quote-unquote unknown person in it.
Guy?
Yeah, I like where this is going.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because they're usually...
we've heard of all the other guys.
Yeah.
We're fascinated by this
It's
guy.
like the Dead Daisies, where there's all those guys, and then there's one guy whose dad is super rich, and no one knows who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
So maybe Guy Mann-Dude was rich.
That could be it.
And put this band together.
He put the whole soundtrack together.
Is he going to steal the show?
We're going to find out.
We'll see.
I guess
And what is he playing
he's
exactly?
Rhythm guitar, I'm
Rhythm
guessing.
guitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll be able to tell, too, if there's a split lead, though.
Yeah.
I bet you there would, because they're not bringing in a talent of the likes of Guy Mann-Dude and not giving him a lead.
Well, I mean, you're not going to have him pitted against Vivian Campbell on a track and not have him not be able to hold his own.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Wow.
If they're bringing
But-
Vivian Campbell in,
And let's also think if he was in Michelangelo Baddio's band, he's no slouch on the guitar.
there you go. Exactly.
Well,
So,
yeah,
I'm
Chris
sure
This
he
is
could.
actually a hell of a band.
Yeah.
I mean, even Michael Anthony on background vocals, maybe the best singer in Van Halen history.
Right.
You know, I mean, besides Gary Sharon and Sammy Hagar.
Whoa.
Right.
He went there.
And maybe the best, well, I don't know best, but most iconic, I don't know, background vocal
Yeah.
singer. Like
Yeah.
when you think
Right, exactly.
rock band background
Absolutely.
guy.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, he's
and
the
I'm
man.
a Roth guy, but Roth and Michael Anthony were one of the best tandems of all time, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, this
All right.
is going to be 3 minutes and 57 seconds of fun.
And I bet, out of the people that listen to this podcast, which we said potentially millions,
yeah.
I bet you maybe 10% have ever even heard of this movie and soundtrack, and maybe 1% of that has actually heard this song.
Yeah.
And I am one of them.
You're one of them. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's one of those things where the movie soundtrack surpasses the movie.
By
right?
far.
By far? Okay.
Like Last Action Hero.
Good call. That's
Yeah.
another great example. Big guns.
What an incredible soundtrack.
Great
What's the
soundtrack.
Megadeth? Angry Again?
Angry Again. Megadeth was on every soundtrack.
And they were good.
And
Bill
were
and
good.
Ted, Go to Hell.
Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead. That was
99 Ways to Die.
Those are
Yes.
good songs.
That's
Very
one of their
good
best
song.
songs, in my opinion.
That's another good example of the soundtrack outweighing the movie.
Yeah.
Both of those. Which one? Singles.
Singles,
Yeah, that was,
yeah.
that was not one. But Matt Dillon was in Singles. He saved that movie. But you're right, though. I'll give you that. Garçon. That's his new name, Garçon.
G-Man Rich over there.
All right.
I
No,
think
he's
we're ready.
Guy. He's Guy.
He's Guy.
I think we're ready to do this. Are we still on?
I always stop it.
We've lost stuff.
Guys,
before.
all you guys that are think that the podcast is ended, it's just beginning. So don't stop listening. Even though our boy Andy is not figuring out how to press play yet.
Oh
Oba.
my. Oh my.
What the hell, man?
And
Okay.
Already.
I just want to comment.
Nick is famous
Nick declares.
for quick stops.
I was going to do that, but I thought it's too early. But
No, it's never too early.
Not with this intro.
The amount of reverb.
I was just going to say that. So 80s, right?
It's like I'm thinking like there's more reverb on this, but like I guess Dream Warriors is the horror,
That's where
horror
you know what,
movie
dude?
song that I'm trying to compare it
This is
to.
the sister song to Dream Warriors. About the same time frame, same director, same bad quality movie, and same over reverb. Good call.
Wow.
Good call on that.
See, that's why I stop it right away.
Yeah, you're getting right down.
And then I have nothing else to say.
well
after that.
until the next thing.
No, I just-
So let's stop for a second. Now, do you think Paul Stanley wrote this? So this is more of a Desmond Child jam, probably, right?
I'm going Desmond
Do we
Child.
know?
I
don't know
asked
if we
Paul
know.
about this once and asked him about it, and all I remember him saying was that Desmond Child was the other singer on it. But I mean, I'm sure maybe.
There's a lot going on, like as far as some of the bass notes.
There's some synth
coming
bass
in the back.
there.
Yeah, and there's like some interesting note choices. There's
Some I think Beauvoir was involved in
Oh,
this.
Mr. Monsoir, Guy Beauvoir.
I think there's some signature Guy Mann-Dude writing here.
I think so.
It's vintage,
Yeah,
guy, man, dude.
exactly.
We're 20 seconds in, and it's already there.
Yeah.
I think that somebody threw them a bunch of money to Desmond Child and Paul Stanley, who were hit makers at the time to a
Yeah.
degree.
Yeah.
And this is what they came up with. Probably a throwaway. They're paying us $10,000 to write a song. Let's spend 20 minutes on it and bang it out.
Because this is 89, so I don't know if this came out before or after Hot in the Shade, but so between Crazy Nights and Hot in the Shade.
Well, okay, so between them, they've got Heavens on Fire.
Oh, yeah,
and they've
yeah.
got Thrills in the Night, and they've
I'm
got
just-
sure. But if you're talking the hits, all the Kiss hits at this point are Desmond Child and
Oh
Paul.
yeah, I'm just trying to place the time of-
frame.
Yeah, but
And
absolutely.
I'm going to go ahead and speculate. Desmond Child around this time is on the phone with Steven Tyler after the Permanent Vacation Triumph that they worked on. You know,
Good call.
and
Working on what it takes.
And he's probably also got Bon Jovi on the other line.
and on the
working
other
on
line.
New Jersey.
However, his assistant comes walking in. Guy Mann-Dude is on 3.
Oh, guys, I gotta go.
I mean, not guys. He used a different.
Desmond, I got this song called Bad Medicine. John, Guy Mann-Dude's
John?
here. You're gonna have to wait.
You could talk to Steven Tyler about this.
yeah.
Hey,
I'll patch you guys through.
We got this song called Tell Me What It Takes to Let You Go.
Then it's-
Guy, man, dude.
And then just
Steven,
dial
Steven.
tone.
And Steven just hangs up on himself. He's like, I can't compete.
And then
Yeah.
he does the deep breath. Guy, babe, how's it going?
Did this cause more rift between Steven Tyler and Joe Perry? Was it Guy Mann-Dude?
I think it did, and it
Yeah.
caused a huge rift between Steven Tyler and
This is
and
pure,
John Bon Jovi.
pure speculation, but it sounds feasible.
You heard it here first.
It makes perfect sense. And last.
Yeah, exactly.
It was Chris L. who said this.
I think after this song is played, it's going to be deleted from iTunes and the pantheon of human history. So enjoy it while you can.
Wouldn't be surprised if it showed up on Wikipedia at some point as fact.
Wow.
It tends to happen sometimes.
And who played? Vinnie Vincent, I think, played on this as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He played drums on it, along with Tommy Lee.
Tommy Lee Vincent. Sorry. Stop it.
Yeah, there he is.
Come on. There you go. Oh, yeah.
That's what you're paying
This
for.
is not a Desmond Child joint.
No.
Nope.
If you don't think, who is he? What do you think is just
I'm just saying Paul Stanley just came in and took it over.
Okay. My favorite thing is, like, if it was a Kiss song, you'd get like a, oh, yeah. Like King of Hearts, I think it is.
Yeah.
This one, you just get the half-ass one. Oh, yeah.
They just gave Paul a deposit, so he only gave him half.
They only
It's
had
like,
20
you get
minutes.
the ooh when you pay the rest of it.
They only had 20 minutes to record this, right?
That's true.
They had to
20
shorten
minutes
it
to
up.
write and record. Oh, yeah, I'm done. But Paul, nope, done.
Actually, Paul did the full ooh yeah, like Chris Clyde. What is it? Oh,
Chris Clyde? Chris
Clyde? No,
Clyde.
I'm trying to give you a name that's
Oh,
not
you
your
can call me
name.
Clyde if you
Okay.
want. My
Well, he's
nickname used to be
Vinny.
Clyde from one friend of mine.
Okay.
Called VH. So you remind me of VH when you called me Clyde.
Okay, that sounds
Thanks,
good.
man.
But then Guy Man Rich in the studio knocked the mic down midway through it, and it didn't pick up the whole thing.
Hold on a second. OBA, can you just go back to the Paul Stanley scream?
Of course
And let's
I can.
hear this lead and decide if it's Vivian or if it's Guy Mann-Dude.
I'm going to take it back like 10 seconds because
Okay.
we kind of missed that transition.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
I keep stopping it. Why do I keep?
What the hell, Nick?
Well, that's what we do.
My
but
goodness.
Let's listen to the transition here.
Now I don't know, but I'm hearing in that rhythm, that main rhythm part. I'm hearing like it sounds like the same hands that played Rainbow in the Dark to me.
Okay, and the rhythm?
Yeah,
And that's
That
what I'm saying.
sound-
Like, if we're really getting into this, that's not a Paul Stanley riff
It's
either.
not,
and it's
yeah.
not a Desmond riff.
It's too riffy, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I wonder,
It's not,
that could be more of a Vivian riff than anything.
it's not as songy, it's more
Yeah,
riffy.
you know, like Paul would just be like, damn it, damn
Yeah.
it, damn it.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
almost like a million to one
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of a vibe.
Yeah.
But that extra little bit is more of a Vivian.
Yeah, it's definitely harkening back to the Dio days. It's not.
Good call.
You're not getting the
So-
Whitesnake vibe. But he really didn't record much with Whitesnake.
No,
so
he
you
never
really-
recorded anything with Whitesnake.
I think he recorded maybe one song.
Well, because
I
didn't
might
they?
be
On the
mistaken.
Beavis and Butthead sound.
No. I think he may have had his hand in some solos, one or two. But
Recorded. I'm gonna have to trump you there. No,
no,
nothing.
not at all.
He was a live player.
Okay,
Never played.
I didn't
on the
know if he
album.
brought in
because
on-
by the time they did Slip of the Tongue, he was gone.
he was gone
And
by
they
Slip
had
of the Tongue.
Steve
Yeah.
Vai in there.
Okay,
But
So
my-
he was between this '87 John Sykes
John,
and
so
the
he's-
'89 Slip of the Tongue.
But
Okay.
didn't they have so many players on that album that it's hard to even
Maybe.
keep track?
I mean,
yeah.
whatever. It could be like Guns N' Roses' Chinese Democracy, where my friend
I
Bumble.
was on that actually.
You were.
I was.
and so was Vinnie Vincent. Go
Yeah.
on Wikipedia and find
It's
out.
true.
My friend Bumblefoot played on it, and he goes, "I don't even know which parts I'm on." He goes, "I don't even remember what stuff I did. 14 years ago, I might have played a chord here."
So
Right.
they must have had like a million tracks
Yeah,
that they had
it's too many.
and then they're just like, okay, this one, okay, fine.
And this is the opposite. This one had 2 tracks.
Yeah.
So,
Guy Mann-Dude on one track and everybody else on
the other, they dumped it down like a Beatles Sgt. Pepper. They did this on a 4-track.
Yeah, they bounced it or whatever. Yeah.
Bounced it, yeah.
See the shadow of a stranger. Turn around and your life's in
Stop.
danger.
Okay, that is obviously not Paul
Yeah.
Stanley.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
that is Guy Mann-Dude.
I hope so.
I think that's actually Desmond Child.
That's-
That's got to
yes,
be Desmond
yes.
Child.
Which he grows up to be Guy Mann-Dude.
That's right.
He goes
That's right.
from-
This is
He goes,
Guy
he goes. He goes from child to dude. He goes from child to man, dude.
Wow.
So now that's why. I mean, certain guys. I think Paul met Desmond Child when he was in some kind of a disco band, like a Tony Orlando and Dawn type of thing. So that voice is very stock.
Yeah, that's not like a lead singer voice.
This guy.
It's a good like tone. He
It's
knows how to sing, but it's not
It's a good guy to do demos for the
Yes.
songs that he's writing for Steven Tyler and John Bon Jovi.
exactly right.
And backup vocals.
Yeah, but he's not
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah, yeah.
He's not gonna be a breakout star.
This
with
would
his
be like
voice.
Mutt Lange singing. It's great background vocals, but not lead.
Vinny Poncia.
Nice, good call. Okay.
This crazy world's in a grave situation.
Check the children, are they sleeping? Will they wake from the siren screaming?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Paul Stanley continues to surprise,
In what way?
just with the way he delivers unexpected lyrics like this.
But also, when Paul comes in, you get a world-class singer. And
Right.
it's like,
There's an immediate difference.
yeah, and it's like, thank goodness, because that Desmond Child is not happening.
But the Desmond Child voice was like, I don't know, a little ominous, I guess, or
Oh.
trying to be ominous.
Maybe.
Maybe it had that little vibe
And
to
then
it.
Paul comes in and just
Paul
nails
comes in,
it.
and, yeah, overpowers.
I looked up
everything.
Shocker lyrics, and all I get is
Me
The
too.
Shocker by Steel Panther.
I've got it.
Oh, good.
I'll start at the beginning. See the shadow of a stranger. Turn around. Your life's in danger. This crazy world is in a grave situation. Well, there's some question marks here for
Oh,
some reason.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too.
There were
Okay.
the first Paul Stanley line was something like, "Check the children, are they sleeping?"
Check the children. Are they sleeping?
Will they wake from the sirens screaming?
Whatever. I thought it was about electricity, but
Don't blame the heavens. This is man's creation.
there you go.
This is going into nuclear waste.
This
Yeah.
yeah.
They're talking. It's like when you guys said danger was about Indiana Jones. I'm saying this song is a cry against nuclear waste.
There you go.
Can I say one thing? This is Paul Stanley in 1989 when he was probably at his vocal peak, in my
Yeah.
opinion. He could do no wrong as a singer. I mean, he probably banged this out in one take, the entire song,
Probably.
and sounded just fucking immaculate.
Yeah.
And then at this point, wasn't he doing the solo tour? Pretty
Good
much.
call. This is the one with
So
Bob
this
Kulick
is this is interesting too, that he was part of the supergroup. Kiss wasn't really doing a whole lot,
unless they, like he said, maybe speak right before Hot in the Shade,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so.
or maybe during his solo tour,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and or during his Guy Mann-Dude years.
But remember, this was only a 20-minute supergroup.
Right.
Yeah. But Guy
From
Mann-Dude is
initial
forever.
meeting to pressing the record, 20 minutes.
It's a Flash supergroup. They
Yeah.
met in the park, did a little song, and fucked off.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but a song that is reminding me of, not musically, but if they had had Desmond Child do the entire verse and then Paul Stanley do the shocker in the
Oh,
chorus,
yeah.
we would have essentially Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell.
Well, and I know where you're going with this because I was thinking the same thing. This sounds like a Kiss song now, the chorus, but lyrically not even
no,
close.
not
No.
really.
Like this would it's like this would be like Shocker, like I don't know, give me something like the stalker. I'm gonna kiss you till
Right.
I can't even talk about her or whatever. But Shocker, we're led like lambs to the slaughter is very much Rockwell, which is a Michael Jackson puff piece song.
Well,
I
wasn't
always
it 'cause-
feel like someone's watching me. Like it's like you're gonna get murdered in this.
And he doesn't really sing Rockwell.
Rockwell just does that weird. It's almost like Dracula.
It's kind of like B-52's.
I'm an
style.
average guy.
Yeah.
Hey, an average life. Hey, hell, I pay the price. When Ace Frehley is a better singer than you are.
That was Boris Karloff.
But the thing is, it's like the lyrics, way too ominous for Paul Stanley. This is like master and slave.
Yeah,
where it's like,
yeah.
I'm gonna, yeah. So, but very catchy, hooky chorus.
Yeah.
Sang well.
For a murderer who's electricity.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Which would be funny if it actually went with what Chris is saying about nuclear waste or something. Okay, we got this movie. You're going to do the title track. Here's what the movie's about. No, let's just do it about something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it wouldn't make any sense.
I love the fact that it's like too. It's like, okay, what's the movie called? Shocker. Okay, well, what's the song called? Shocker.
Shocker.
yeah.
You know, it's like a
What's the
James,
chorus sound like? Gonna say shocker a bunch.
It's like a James Bond movie. Like, what's the movie called? For Your Eyes Only. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just shocker a bunch of times. And what rhymes with shocker vaguely? Slaughter.
Yeah, that's
I
good.
guess.
It could be Rocker. No, it's Slaughter. It's a horror movie.
Or Joe Cocker, but you're probably not going to.
Hey, it's a horror movie. It's got to be Slaughter.
Slaughter. Yeah.
All right.
And then there's another one coming up. Next rhyme.
Oh, great.
That's very Kiss.
That is, yeah. That's Heaven's on Fire, whatever. A lot of songs. In
the frying pan out of the fire.
Hotter than
in the key of Desmond Child.
Good call.
Can I just take a moment to talk about how great Tommy Lee is as a drummer?
Yeah.
I mean, I know everybody knows it, but he's one of the all-time great rock drummers.
He's one of the all-time great rock drummers. And listen, I'm not bagging on Motley Crue, but he's one of the all-time great rock drummers in one of the all-time worst technical bands. Like, he holds that band together. But can you imagine Tommy Lee? I heard a rumor once that he was going to be in Ozzy's band in, like, 94 or something. Can you imagine Tommy playing those Ozzy, Tommy Aldridge jams and Lee Kerslake and Carmen Appice and all that stuff?
Yeah.
He would have fucking killed that.
Yes, he
I
would've.
would love to see Tommy Lee play in a rock band that's not called Motley Crue.
Why hasn't that happened?
Because I think he's so burned out on that, he has to go do the hip-hop thing or not play drums at all.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he should be in one of these type of bands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when the dude from Slipknot quit, they should have brought Tommy Lee in. I mean, that maybe not the best example, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's funny because I don't know if it was 94. It would have been great if he actually joined Ozzy, because didn't Randy Castillo join Motley Crue around that time?
There you go. And
they could have done a student foreign exchange.
They traded
stuff,
Robert Trujillo for Jason Newsted.
Yes.
They could have traded Randy Castillo to Motley Crue for Tommy Lee and future considerations.
Cash considerations.
And a bag of baseballs.
There you go.
So I think, does Paul start this one now? Because the first verse, Desmond went first and Paul went second.
This is Desmond again.
Okay.
See the light, it's a city burning. The holy shudder 'cause the leaves are turning.
What?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite lyrics.
Should I take this Oba or do you want to?
Go ahead.
See the light, it's the city burning. The homeless shudder because the leaves are turning.
It's getting cold out
Fall's
there.
coming.
Oh, the homeless, like the people in the homes are shuddering.
Yeah.
Because now they're going to get cold outside.
They're going to get cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
But the city,
But the electricity's
but
coming
the city's
to keep 'em
burning,
warm.
so they can actually gravitate
Got it,
toward
got
the
it.
burning buildings to
I was
warm
wrong.
up a little bit.
This is not a song about nuclear waste. It's a song about the homeless and the cry for food banks in America.
Wow. I
Or Indiana Jones, one of the two.
It's pretty much like We Are the World.
It
And,
really is. It is. And look at the supergroup. Kane Roberts, Michael Anthony, Desmond Child, Paul Stanley.
It's Hearing Aid too.
Vivian Campbell sings. That's a whole row of guys singing.
Now, here's my question. Do you hear any of those guys other than Paul Stanley and Desmond Child yet?
Nothing.
No, right?
It's hard to decipher.
Michael Anthony's pretty
distinguishable when you
good word.
when you
yes, you'll know. Like
know when he comes.
Kane Roberts. I mean, who the fuck knows what he sounds like? But Michael Anthony will know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Winter's coming with its cold compassion. A killer's loose and the dead stand trial. This guy's the only witness on fire. Man's in humanity, the man's in fashion.
Stop.
Oh, my goodness.
I didn't catch all that.
No.
Take it, Tooch.
Based on the reactions in this
Thanks,
room,
dude.
though.
Oba and Tooch coming soon. Winter's coming with his cold compassion was the last line from Desmond, which makes no sense. Here's Paul's lines.
Because doesn't it not have compassion?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
But why are they talking about the weather now?
I don't know.
It's about fucking the shocker, you know?
Yeah.
That is
So
strange.
here's Paul's lines. A killer's loose and the dead stand trial. Not even possible.
No, it's really not.
Unless now they're talking about the
Well,
fucking end of times where the dead rise from the earth.
They did that to a pope back hundreds and hundreds of years ago. They
What
took
did
his
they do?
corpse and put it on trial.
Really?
Yeah.
I love the useless trivia.
And
of Nick
and
Jones.
then they convicted him and like dragged him through the streets.
Will they be
and
putting
stuff.
the electric current on trial?
Can
Well,
they
let's
Maybe
hear-
you
Can
can
they?
use the electric current to bring the Pope back to life and ask him.
reanimation?
A killer's loose and the dead stand trial because God's the only witness on file.
Ooh.
on file.
That's
bad one.
that's,
Ooh, that's rough.
really
We need to
lame.
rhyme this.
But
That's
here's the
Oofer.
worst one: man's inhumanity to man's in fashion.
Does that make any sense?
I don't know what that word means in fashion.
in
Oh, like
fashion.
I thought it was one word.
No, it's
Okay.
2 words. Like you're in
man.
fashion this year.
Well, I've
you're
never-
in fashion in the fall.
Nobody's ever
when
said
the
that to
winter
me,
comes.
so you have to give me a break here.
Terrible. 20-minute lyrics. Literally took the 10 grand
Yeah.
and wrote this tune with a good hook, but the lyrics
On a napkin, do you think?
literally on a napkin.
Didn't even get a notebook.
That he left in his pocket when his wife washed his jeans, so he can't even read the last part. And he's like, "What the fuck did I write?
I gotta
Man's humanity to man's
so he had to rewrite it in the studio. 'cause he
in
couldn't-
fashion." Does that sound right? In fashion,
Right on the spot. Yeah.
perfect.
Rhymes with compassion. Let's go with it.
Do it. Yeah. Even though it was 3 lines ago. All right.
I don't hear Michael Anthony
Not at all.
personally at all.
So let me say this, knowing a little bit about this song, there's a big outro where there's a big tempo change, and that's what I really like about the song. Maybe we'll hear him at the end, and that's what we're talking about, the Shocker reprise.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where you hear him. So we'll find out. Nice, what's it called?
Register change. I don't
Register
know.
change, key change.
Key change. Yeah.
That's Paul once again. That high ass Paul. Now we
That
go
was
into this.
high, yeah.
As we listen to this solo, and we figure out if it's GMD or if it's Vivian. Listen to Tommy Lee's just total groove on the hi hat going to total. He really lays it down here.
He really Tommy Lee's it up here.
He
huh?
does. He leaves it.
I took it back a couple seconds so we could
Okay.
hear that again.
Cool. Thank you. That's Guy Mann-Dude. Stop. All right, what do we got here, guys?
Well, the one had to be Guy Mann-Dude. That part where we all looked at each other.
Yeah.
We were looking at each other pretty much for the whole thing.
Like right kind of in the middle where it was very like tappy and
Chris L would have hated
he
that
would.
solo.
I don't think he would.
That was going into Mark St. John territory for a bit
it was
with the
getting
whammy
there.
bar and shit.
Tapping and whammy
and
bar.
dive bombs
And
at points.
His
near
3
dive bombs.
least favorite tricks of the guitar.
Hates all 3.
And that
Hates
was
all
it.
3.
It was littered with it.
I think if that was a 4-part solo that Guy Mann-Dude did 3 parts and Vivian maybe had 1.
Maybe.
Or like are you that
it
or
was
maybe
hard to
Vivian or one,
distinguish.
or maybe
it
just
really was.
Do you think there was a trade-off? That wasn't one player. You think that
maybe,
was
but here's what
It
wondering.
sounded like a trade-off.
Once again, okay, how did they amass this strange collection of guys?
Yeah.
Like, there's no connection between Rudy Sarzo and Tommy Aldridge, and there's really no connection between, Vivian Campbell and Paul Stanley. It's a very they're big names,
Yeah.
but it's very random.
It is.
Almost different styles of music to a certain extent. You know,
Right. I mean, Guy Mann-Dude has to be the glue here. And that does sound funny.
Was
but
Rudy
it's-
Sarzo out of Whitesnake at this time?
yeah.
Did they cross paths? Him and
He
Vivian?
was still in the band. He played on the Whitesnake record. So
So were they
on the
White
Whitesnake Slip of the Tongue record.
Okay.
So yeah. So he was still on that. But as far as a connection between any of them, so almost like it's like, listen, I'm saying 10 grand, which it might have been more or less or whatever. I'll give you 10 grand.
Mm-hmm.
Desmond Child put together a band. Hey Paul, you want to do something? Sure. Who's around today?
Yeah.
I saw
Who's not on the road or something?
Yeah, I saw Tommy at the Rainbow last night.
Yeah.
He's in town. Vivian's over here. I think I can get Guy Mann-Dude. Bullshit. I
Yeah.
can get him.
You can't get
Not
Guy
with 10
Mann.
grand.
So it's very weird, and maybe Vivian just came and played 2 chords. Just this, okay, give me a grand, and I'll play a rhythm track.
Yeah.
Just so you can say I'm on it,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because there's no video for this. There's no follow up.
That's too
No.
bad that they didn't make a video. It would have been like a more serious version of the Wild Thing Sam Kinison video. And by the way, how you said they can't get Guy Mann-Dude with 10 grand.
Yeah.
They went to the boat. And they actually I'm just gonna make up a story that they're like, well, we got to get Guy Mann-Dude. We got to have at least 20 grand. Let's go roulette table.
Put it all on black.
There's only one way we can do this.
We either
tonight.
get Guy Mann-Dude or we get nothing.
All right, so you got that ridiculous solo. Now here's where we finally get to the reprise.
Yeah.
Which to me is the secret of the, I'm not going to say brilliance because it's not brilliant, but the coolness of the song lies in this part here.
Okay.
Very anthemic, right?
Very anthemic.
It is, and musically, yeah, I agree. This is the best part.
Yeah.
But lyrically, what is going on here?
Total change.
It's
Is
about
this Karate Kid?
it's about a murderer.
It went from check the children, are they sleeping, to we will have the power. We will
tell the story?
We will fight on our own. Yeah.
We'll have the power. We will have
What,
the
like-
glory. In our shining hour, we will write our own story.
I'm gonna go with.
It goes to total uplifting power to the people.
How did this happen?
it's like
though?
a different song.
I
Yeah.
know. And the reprise is just this. When I had this, I used to listen to the reprise over and over again because I just love. It's very anthemic.
Yeah.
So, do you think this was a Beatle-esque move where they had a fragment of a song
Maybe.
and put it in there?
Good call. Maybe Paul had. But see, to me, Desmond, maybe Vivian wrote the first part, and this last part is all stand. Say yeah.
Stand by my side. Yeah.
Types
Yeah.
fucking once again goes back to the Paul Stanley wheelhouse, as we all know.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself, fight for what's right. you know,
And meanwhile, the city's burning, and there's a killer that just turned into electrical
But
current.
live
and
to
it's-
win.
It's like, but Paul, it doesn't fit. Just use it. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah. But it's like you said, it's the best part.
It is the best part.
And Michael Anthony drenched all over this
Here he
part.
is,
He's
yeah.
everywhere on this.
Thank goodness. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Standing like a tower.
Oh, like a tower? Not by the tower? Like a tower.
Like-
Flaming
All right.
tower. Yeah.
So, but standing like a flower doesn't fit as well, or what? You know,
What is happening?
this is the most random schizo change
Yeah.
in tone, lyrically, in vibe that I've ever heard. And good point. This is a day in the life. I read the news today. I woke up, got out of bed, dragged a comb across my
Yeah,
head,
and-
standing like a tower.
Now, now it would make more sense if they did like what wasn't it Alice in Chains on Last Action Hero, 2 separate songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dudes of Wrath should have just had 2 separate songs. This
But they
upli-
did. They
uplifting-
have the.
but it's in. This
I
one.
know.
They didn't separate it.
But why did they separate?
I
They
don't
put the shocker reprise on at the
There's
end.
so many questions.
Even they knew that this was the best part of the song, but they didn't know what to do with it.
My
Just
God.
put
Should
it
have
on
just
again.
done this for 3 minutes.
But they did.
And you did it too. I'm sure you did this. You cut paste when
the
you were
sho-
younger.
But the shocker reprise is actually 3 minutes long.
Is
and
it?
it starts on
Yeah.
it starts with a breath or like, we will have the power.
Oh boy,
So
it's
he-
so weird.
I'm just looking at these lyrics. It's a weird rhyming scheme because it's power, glory, our story, right? Every
Right.
other line. Then it goes world, way, tower, day. That doesn't make it. Standing like a
Hold on.
tower.
Power,
Didn't
glory, our story.
tower became so big, they had to get it in again.
yeah.
World. You're right. The rhyming scheme is wrong. So they're doing a 1-2. Power,
Yeah.
hour, glory, story. The second one is world, tower. Wait, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like because you could see like okay, standing like a tower, not great, but if it rhymes, we'll throw it in there.
Okay, let's think. Okay,
It doesn't
what
make
rhymes with
sense.
tower, shower, power?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Flower.
Hour. They have hour in there.
Power.
Joe Mauer. I don't know.
I don't even know.
Coward.
Coward would be good.
No, but listen. It's just if this is
The
if this
song
is
turned into a coward.
if this is the outro, you keep the same words. We will have the power, we have the glory, to shower the story. We will have the power, we have the glory, stand like a tower.
But that's the Dudes of Wrath.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You never know.
You're right.
Such
Unpredictable.
such enigmatic dudes of wrath.
When you get Guy Man-Dude thrown into the equation.
Also, how bad of a name is that? the grapes of wrath, the dudes of wrath.
Well, you had Guy Man-Dude.
Featuring Guy Man-Dude. That's terrible.
And Desmond Child.
Oh,
You think all the other guys that were in the band were like, we should maybe like with Stanley there should be a name? No, with Lee? No. Campbell? No. Dude, yeah.
Oh,
Dude's good.
This is gonna be your namesake.
This was such a cash grab of Wes Craven's soundtrack house calling Desmond Child.
Yeah.
You got an afternoon available, Des? Yep. You got some dudes around? Yeah, probably.
I've got the Dude.
10 grand. Yeah. Hey, Tommy, you want to come play a track? One take, 5 minutes. I'll give you 3 grand. I'm there.
Yeah.
I need some blow today.
Right.
Done.
Probably how it worked.
And he sounds great on this track.
He really
he's
does.
the hero.
Let me ask you a question. Now, is there any chance in hell that it's the 5 of them in one room wearing the headphones like we're wearing right now?
Do you think they
doing this in one take?
Do you think they even saw each other?
No. Do you think
I doubt it.
You think Paul's ever even met Guy Man-Dude?
He wishes
Yeah.
in his dreams.
Well, I read somewhere that actually Chris Jericho here is number 2 on the speed dial for Paul. Number 1 is Guy Man-Dude.
G-Man.
Wikipedia.
And
Check it in
here's
an
another
hour.
great thing. I love Rudy Sarzo as a guy. He's one of my favorite people on the planet. But Rudy has a real tendency to play on albums where you can never hear one damn thing that he does.
Yeah.
Nothing on the Slip of the Tongue record. Nothing. I mean, on the Quiet Riot records, you can hear him a bit. Can't hear Rudy on this.
No discernible bass.
Nothing.
Not
No
at all.
discernible
I mean,
bass.
this was the 80s, unfortunately. I mean, when did
you're right.
When did Injustice for All come out?
89. 88.
Or year before. So
You could probably, I'm sure online somewhere, there's a Rudy Sarzo bass track for Shocker.
Yeah, Justice
and he's
for
laying
Rudy.
down.
some serious.
he's punching it with his with the fat of his
Justice
hand. and-
for Rudy. He is laying down some funk on this. It's like boom, bing, bang, boom,
Yeah.
bing, bang, boom, bing, bang. We will
Okay.
have the
So I think we need to officially, because wasn't there almost like an online petition 30th anniversary this year of Injustice for All?
Right.
Please re-release it. There's people are saying with the bass kicked up. Metallica's not doing it. I don't think. There was like a thing I read where they were saying like, no, we're not going to do that.
Hold on a second.
Next year, 30th anniversary of the Shocker soundtrack.
Oh, the Shocker. Oh,
Online
there we go.
petition
Yeah.
can be done.
There you go. Perfect.
Who can get the ball rolling on this?
Who can get? I don't know. Definitely not me. But hey,
Oba.
just the Injustice for All talk. Since you brought it up, I recently just randomly listened to that, and I don't know why. Because I listened to both. So I listened to that version, then I listened to the YouTube version with the extra bass added in. And I get it that you get to hear the bass, and it's cool that this is what was missing. We didn't get to hear Jason's bass playing. But it changes the sound of Injustice for All, like that sound.
Does it not cut
yeah,
as much?
That cut is a perfect word. It's like, it's very cutting. It's like lightning, listening to that, the tone of the drums and the guitar together.
So perhaps they made the right call.
Right.
The reason why there was no bass on that is because James and Lars were jockeying for position. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
They literally were jockeying for. They were in an argument with each other. Lars wanted more drums. James wanted more guitar, and there's only so much real estate that you can have, especially when Jason played with so much distortion.
Yeah.
It just somebody had to get cut, and it was him.
Yeah, but I said, whether it's a bad idea or not, or it's not an even mix or whatever you want to criticize it, it's a unique sound, like the Injustice for All album sound.
Yeah, I mean, I love hearing the isolated tracks.
Yeah.
Jason is, and I feel bad because if you listen to Flotsam and Jetsam, he's awesome on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they hired him.
Yeah.
On the Garage Days, he's awesome. And then when you hear the tracks that he played on the album and you listen to it live on Binge and Purge, he's fucking laying down some shit.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, but you know what, dude? It's James and Lars' table. It's their show.
Yeah.
It's
and it worked.
It's just like the Dudes of Wrath. It's Paul and Guy Man-Dude's show. If you don't like it, Rudy Sarzo, then go fuck your ass. Nick's just total indignation and how
I'm flabbergasted.
it switched from the winter's calling and it's shuddering, and now it's like
Is the
bullshit.
springtime and summer that we're getting?
and now we're back into Paul Stanley. Believe in yourself, and you'll get ahead in life. Monstrosity here.
It's like this was already a song before this assignment came out. This part.
Maybe Paul demoed this for a Kiss record and it just didn't know what to do with it and decided to use it on this.
No, let's change the verses, and then we got a song.
Yeah, it's like Desmond, Paul, Desmond, it's Paul, or Paul, it's Desmond. You got anything? I need a song in the afternoon. I'm working on this a little bit.
This could be. I'm failing right now to think of a song where it does this, but it could be one of those tracks where it's almost two song titles with a slash in between it.
Right. Like a Midnight Tornado from Skid Row.
Yeah.
They just got this really cool end piece, stick it on the end. There you go.
Or like, I guess if we want to go back further, it's just under one title, but "Stand" by Sly and the Family Stone. I don't know how familiar.
Two songs,
you guys
yeah.
are. Where it kicks in at the end, real funky.
There's a lot of songs of that from that era.
Yeah, and it's like, but this one could be one of those songs where it could be called Shocker / Power or something like that.
Yeah,
Like it would,
Shocker / Power
to
and the
prepare
glory.
people for what's going on.
Yeah. That's once again, if you bought this record, you would see Shocker reprise and go, "What is that?"
Yeah.
And if we're at the very cusp, all of us, of knowing what an 8-track is. 8-tracks would have that all the time, reprise, which meant they had an extra bit left, and they would just stick a chorus on of something just to kill time.
Yeah.
And I guess the title of this song is Shocker, and frankly, I'm shocked by where it went to. So,
I'm shockered.
So it's on a whole other level for me right now.
There's actually a lot of bass in this part. I can hear Rudy all over the place in this one, so I take that back. Yeah, he's licking a lot of notes here. But it's very cool. Like I said, I mean, maybe having this at 19 years old or 18 years old and kind of growing up with this part. I love this part. And it's still cool. It's a real cool, like if you're feeling like shit, you put this on from the changeover.
Yeah.
It's really cool, man.
And I guess it's even if this is what you want to listen to, it's even worth listening to the rest of the song just for this.
And once again, we know why we're here. And Paul's vocal on it is great. I think he's probably let Desmond sing A because he was trying to be nice, or B just didn't give a shit and was like, he
had the money, right?
Yeah, I'm going down to the Rainbow to meet Lisa Hartman at freaking 5. I got an hour.
Go.
What do you want me to sing?
Yeah.
Here you go. Give me my $5,000 and I'm off.
And it's not like it's going to be a Kiss song or anything.
Right.
So it's kind of like fine,
Yeah.
Go ahedd.
It's like, hey, I accidentally recorded over your verse. Can you come back and do it? No chance. No.
Do it.
I'm halfway to Santa Monica by now.
Paul's going gospel on top of it.
There's a lot of funky bass at the end. I'm actually pretty impressed. I take back what I said about not being able to hear Rudy on this.
This is something else, this song.
Okay, first of all, let me just say better than Samurai Sun.
Yeah, come on.
Whoa, Nick is debating it.
They're I'll give you that second half is better than anything in Samurai Sun. Absolutely, yeah.
Well, what do we do with this now? I mean, it's very strange. Very, very strange song. Premise behind it, lineup, the whole thing. It's very weird.
We can't break it up in two. Can't break it up in two.
Well, we can. I mean, we could save the Shocker reprise for a future episode.
Next time you're in town.
Stretch it out.
Hey, if the War Machine gives us that, because this is all random. We don't know what we're going to do.
And it's acting up lately.
It really has been, because it's wet and slimy on the one side.
From Chris's Quiet Riot Metal Health Mask. Right. Okay.
So, I mean, what do we do? I mean, you guys, this is your call, Jones Brothers. I mean, do we vote on it, or do we discuss more? Or, I mean, I'm kind of dumbfounded.
I don't know. Or do we just do like Shocker and go into something completely different?
What else is going on?
Do we start selling?
And now we start the British soccer report. West Ham beat Calling Green 5-3 today.
I think we start the celebration.
Oh, okay.
Andy?
Oh, all right.
I think it's time for the celebration.
I got a big announcement to make. It's
Andy's.
birthday!
right.
Bring out that cake!
Really? It's your birthday?
Yeah.
What?
Happy birthday to Andy.
Oh my goodness.
Hey! Oh, there's confetti flying.
Happy birthday, Oba.
Bring in the strippers. Yeah, boy. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you. I'll tumble for you.
Having my birthday in Chicago.
I don't know
was
why
real
Culture Club
special.
is.
When you hear people in America singing happy birthday to you, it's second nature. You grow up singing that. When people sing it to you in Chicago or any other city for that matter, where English isn't the first language, it really is a tribute, because if you can imagine learning a song in another language, that's what they did. And for them to do that for me is the ultimate compliment.
This is the best podcast of all time. Is it really your birthday?
It is.
Why didn't anybody warn me?
I don't know.
Why didn't you give me a secret text, Vinny? Or
Vinny.
Oh my God! Look at this.
oh, jeez. There's a cake here and everything.
I got to get my phone out for this.
Oh, my
Document
goodness.
this.
I can't believe you chose to spend your birthday doing the Shocker video.
Oh my God! Well, why not? What better way to celebrate your birthday?
Man, I mean, good call.
Yeah.
What does your wife say? Is she allowed this shit?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. My birthday at midnight.
Oh.
It turned my birthday, so my birthday is really tomorrow, but it's now. So as a
Okay.
family, we celebrate my birthday tomorrow. So there you go.
Well, here we go. I think in honor of this, Nick and myself and Tom would like to sing you happy birthday.
I think so.
You ready? Is this
Here
part of
we
the
go.
show?
I guess
should
so.
Oh, jeez. Is it Tuge and Oba? Tuge and Oba together again. Jekyll and Hyde together again. And the star of that was the host of Kiss Exposed. Oh, yeah.
And he was also in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, good call.
Lincoln.
Are you filming this or taking a picture?
I'm filming.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm looking like I got my hand. Okay, ready? Here we go. This is online.
You ready?
Here, 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Andy Oba. Happy birthday to you. Oh, yeah. I got a question for the wild people over here. Look at that. Nice. Very, very cool. Here on the eve of Andy's birthday. What an honor. How old are you, man? 35. Yeah. 3 candles for the 30s. I had no idea. I feel here. Hold on a second. I got something for you. There you go.
Uncle Chris took out his wallet.
Come over here, kid. There you go. There you go, right there.
Got a $20 bill. Thank you, Uncle
Don't
Chris.
spend it all in one place, OBA.
I just bought you a donut. That's all.
Hey.
That's good. Yeah, $20. You got a donut from your brother and $20 from your buddy Chris.
From Tuge.
You know
And
that
fucking Tom gave you nothing.
I got nothing.
What the hell,
Jimmy,
Tom?
I got nothing.
Jeez
I bought you
Louise.
Diet Coke.
Hey, he's got a really nice watch. There you go.
Yeah,
Call
he
back.
had a really nice one.
Wait a minute.
Was that a Pulp Fiction? Did
no,
you turn into it a little bit there?
It was Christopher Walken doing the guy from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Do you have $17 and a really nice watch?
Wow.
No, I have $2 and a Casio. A Casio.
Right.
Boom. All filmed in Chicago.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
So, wow. Andy's birth. This could be one of the greatest episodes of all time. A, no Chris L.
Oh my!
Ooh.
B, Andy's birthday. C, shocker. What a song.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's
What a
birthday
reprise?
worthy.
I think it is because it's special.
It is.
You know? We didn't do something that we've done every week or listen to in the car all the time.
Yeah.
This
There's
is unique.
certain songs that you guys don't even know if you've done it or not.
Yeah.
You're never going to forget the fact that you've done Shocker.
Exactly. Right.
There you
No.
go. And this is not the Shocker if you just tuned in. No steel. This is serious shit. Are the children sleeping?
Yeah. They're standing by a tower.
Standing like a tower.
Like a tower.
Not,
Right.
that, to me, is some kind of a connotation of your wiener being hard.
Hard wiener.
Yeah, hard wiener.
It's on fire too, isn't it?
A
It wasn't a building on fire.
This song
was on
is
fire.
not about nuclear waste or homeless. It's about VD, a burning case of VD. But wow, so do we vote on Andy's birthday? Do we vote on the Shocker? Do we vote on Where's Rich? What do we do?
Great question.
I think
It's not the first time he's disappeared.
Where did he go?
he went to meet my friends. Apparently, they all went and left us.
Oh, okay.
Why don't we let's do the reprise episode. And we'll air that one in 6 months.
could do that.
I think we should vote on the Shocker.
Let's do it.
Not the Shocker. On Shocker.
On Shocker.
Okay.
All right. Now, I guess it's up to each guy. But I'm saying, what are the
Oh,
parameters on voting here?
I think it's still Hell or Hallelujah, isn't it? Did you guys do that with like
Yeah.
Malmsteen and stuff?
Yeah,
so.
yeah, okay.
Well, you did
But
Heaven
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 Tonight.
Tonight.
yeah.
Tonight. You voted on it.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. And who wants to go first?
Well,
That's
it's
the
Andy's
real-
birthday.
I'll be the birthday
He
boy.
gets the
No, you
fir-
choose who gets to go first because it's your
Oh,
birthday.
Okay. I'm gonna give it to Nick.
Okay.
Oh goodness. I'm gonna give it. Hallelujah.
Wow. Nice.
Based, what took it over the edge, because there was some stuff I didn't like for sure, but what took it over was just how fascinating it is.
Mhm.
And that whole second part being it's so catchy, but so repetitive and so not having anything to do with the theme of
Yeah.
it is completely out of left field with regard to it being a what horror black comedy or whatever it was
Yeah.
supposed to be. It makes no sense, but it's fascinating, and there are some, like the chorus. I can't argue with the chorus. You know, it's not it's not going to go down as my all-time favorite Paul Stanley chorus, but it's he's on there. It sounds great. And even though I cracked up during the we must have the power, glory, whatever. It's that could have been. If that were done like on a Kiss record or something, that
Agreed.
I
There'd
mean,
be a
we
way
might
to make that a hit.
we might be getting into the whole controversial "It's My Life" kind of talk here, but
yeah.
we won't go that far. But yeah, I'll give it a Hallelujah. Not a strong one, and I have no desire to go see the film or anything after hearing it. But I don't know if that's the job of a soundtrack in some ways. I don't
I would
know.
assume at the time it probably was, but I don't know if it is in 2018.
But
Different times.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say just a slight hallelujah.
All right.
But it was a fun song and it's fascinating. So there you go.
Tooge.
Thanks, Oba. I'm giving it Hallelujah as well. I think that what Nick just said is very, very funny. That's why I love this show, is that it was the pontification of how this happened.
Yeah.
Like, how did this random group of big names, I mean, all joking aside, with the exception of Guy Mann-Dude,
Yeah.
you got freaking Tommy and Rudy and Paul and Vivian. Those are all platinum, probably 200 million albums sold between the four of them. How the fuck, with Desmond Child, who's probably got 100 million albums sold,
Yeah.
how did this come about? And like I said, I always like the song, specifically the reprise, the end part. Paul's vocal is great, and just the most randomness of it was so strange. And then also the fact that chorus could have been a hit. And you're talking about It's My Life. That chorus, to me, the reprise part, is better than It's My Life, which I think is been built up bigger than it should because of the legend of it.
Yeah.
That hook on Shocker is an actual hook, and I always sing it and I always think about it. And I'm like I said, it's not a classic. And right now, if it does go to the Hello Hamo, I'm not going to give it a Kiss classic because it's not. I'll just tell you that right now. I shouldn't say that, but it's a fun song. It's a weird song, and it's a great Paul Stanley vocal from my opinion, his greatest vocal era, which is the late 80s. And that he had perfect control, balls, range. I bet you he nailed that in like we mentioned, joking, but I bet you he nailed it in half an hour tops. So definitely Hallelujah.
And now we go to the best looking man in the world.
Jeez, wow.
Wow. In the world. See, earlier it was
It's
one,
actually
1A and 1B
actually
in the
greatest
room.
looking person in the
You
world.
don't got a lot of hot guys in Hamo, do you?
Well, here's a question for you. How many 300 games have you bowled, Tooge? That's directed at you.
Well, not a lot.
Well, this
man.
guy's bowled 11. And you want to know where he keeps the 11th ring?
On your cock?
Yeah, that's right. He's only got 10 fingers.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't know you get a ring for that.
That's how we do it in Ham-On.
Yeah, if you
That's
get.
you know what? That's Andy's
There we go.
Andy's actually a little bit off. That's the first ring.
Oh, okay.
and then he decided to fill up the fingers.
It was the first 10, and then he finally ran out of space. All right, Tom, how about you vote?
I give it a Hallelujah. Kind of on the fence, Hallelujah. I think.
Yeah, that's
I
how
think
I-
we might
Yeah.
be on.
That's how I was
agreed
as
on
well.
that. The outro, absolutely phenomenal. if it was another song, would we maybe agree that this outro was a little long?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that we kind of plotted through the song.
Well, to me, that almost adds to it that it just is so repetitive.
Once again, it's just so weird.
Yeah, it's
so over the top weird on this.
Yeah.
And then the added, and not to interrupt you, but the added addition of a find out Michael Anthony is involved. Like, how do they get these guys?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
like,
not
what was going on?
It's not easy to get him.
I want to do it's not.
Yeah.
I want to do a podcast with Paul Stanley and call it The Shocker Chronicles and find out the whole story. And like, if he doesn't know much, no. You will sit there and you will think about this.
Call people on your phone.
Yeah.
Get backstories that you forgot about.
Child here, and let's find out how the fuck this happened.
Chris, can you actually get Guy Mann-Dude on your podcast at some
I can
point?
try. I got a couple contacts in the Czech Republic.
Do you have some of this? Dinero?
Czech dinero? Or is that Czech weed? I'm not sure which side
I think it was dinero.
Well, they
Check
don't.
dinero.
I mean, with a name like Guy Mann-Dude, I mean, he seems pretty mellow.
I mean,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, dude. I mean, what happened? This is just so strange.
And like you guys said, Paul Stanley was he killed this. He knocked it out of the park when it was his turn.
Yeah.
As he is
And
wont to
let's
do.
not forget the intro. How very thriller that was.
Yeah,
The reverb on that intro. We kind of lost track of how it started, and then it kind of never returned to that whole thriller kind of
Not really.
Good call.
movie kind of thing.
It's almost
but
like
it knocked you in the face to me. Like, okay, it took you back to Dream Warriors
this
and
is
stuff
scary,
like that.
okay.
It's
Yeah,
almost
this
like
is-
a prog rock song or something. Like, it's very strange.
little bit.
And you kind of lost track, but they made up for it in other ways. But not lyrically. Not lyrically. I think we could all agree with that.
And this is not, once again, you know the connection that I have. I'm going to text Paul Stanley tomorrow. Not tonight, it's too late. And I'm going to ask him, what do you remember about Shocker? Why did it happen? And I bet she's going to know, like, 3 things, or won't say anything, or just go like, typical give me emoji thumbs up.
He'll be like, Guy Mann-Dude knocked it out of the park, man.
He'll be like, don't ever mention Guy Mann-Dude. I would rather talk about Vinnie Vincent than Mann-Dude.
It's going to be, he's just going to text back GM-D, number 4, life. That's going to be the message.
And then emoji thumbs up.
On fire. A thumb on fire.
I went through my texts because, once again, you erase text. I never would erase ever a Paul Stanley text from back to like 2000 and when would we meet 14. And at one point, I text like 10 of them in a row that he responded were emoji thumbs up, emoji thumbs up, emoji thumbs up. I'm like, you're not bringing a lot to this
Were you
text
like,
relationship.
is this not going well?
Yeah,
He's busy.
At least I got a text back from him.
Yeah.
I got an emoji. What was it? A drumstick from you today?
A chicken leg.
Chicken leg. From,
Yeah.
did you ever get a chicken leg from Oba over there? Because I felt very.
But I would like to get. Were you saying drumstick as in a chicken version?
chicken
or
leg.
The actual thing
Yeah.
was a drumstick.
No, it was a chicken leg.
Like
It was a chicken leg.
like a Tommy Lee drumstick that he used on this. Oh, actual chicken leg.
Actual chicken leg.
They're making new
And
emojis.
I sent
all
them
the
back a
time.
potato.
Yeah, you
I
also-
don't know if that was appropriate.
I sent him back this purple eggplant thing. I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah.
I sent
And
him
then what,
back
a
a
peach?
peach.
That's a
Yeah.
classic.
Okay, Oba.
I also sent Tom a farmer carrying a carrot earlier.
He's like, truce, carrot. What?
All right, it's your
yeah.
birthday.
It's your-
What you
Oba.
got, dude?
Hey, I'm having a great time. This party is getting a hallelujah, but this song is getting a hell from me.
Wow.
Good for you. Why not?
Shut it right off.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, it wasn't making a Kiss classic.
It
so-
wasn't going to make it.
No.
And I didn't hate it. I'm just saying. I'm giving it a hell. Maybe just because there's so much talent that it didn't live up to what they had.
But Andy, here's my thing, and we're all agreeing on this, and I agree with him that it wasn't like these guys were sitting around working
No,
on this.
I know.
They were called on a Sunday afternoon. What are you doing, Tom? I'm
But
sitting in my
that's-
pool. I got some Playboy model sucking on my weenski. I'm really bored.
Right.
You want to come play drums on this track? Sure. Sarzo, what are you doing? Nothing. You know,
He doesn't have anyone sucking his
Guard-
whiskey.
No, gardening.
Gardening.
Tommy's got a sucker.
Yeah.
Rudy's gardening.
Yeah.
Mann-Dude is
Doing Mann-Dude things.
saving
Yeah.
babies from burning buildings.
Right.
Towers.
Vivian, nothing.
Nothing.
Vivian's not doing nothing.
He's waiting for Joe Elliott.
He's waiting for the call.
waiting for the call, and then Paul Stanley's Paul Stanley. He's in bed with 17 chicks.
Yeah.
They call him up. He's like, yeah, I got to go to the store and buy.
Just bring the mic over. I got this.
Yeah.
In bed with the 17 chicks.
quiet.
He probably
Carols.
could have delivered that vocal just if they had hovered the microphone over him.
They might have.
He had to tell the Carols to keep it down.
He bought some granola for breakfast. Do you eat meat for breakfast? Only when it's fresh. When's the vocal shaka?
Doesn't he do like a weird hand motion too? Only when it's fresh. Like touches the woman's shoulder. Yes.
And Bruce Kulick pops in. Edit this out.
Oh,
Edit her out.
That's the
No,
best.
he goes, is this for the documentary? Edit her out.
Can I-
and runs down
now,
the stairs.
That sounds like Chris L.
It doesn't.
Doesn't it?
I don't understand why you guys are joking with me.
Because you're in Jamaica.
Yeah. So
Can I just go on record and say that my favorite acting on Kiss Exposed is that moment from Bruce?
it is.
Yeah. The edit her
It's
out.
great.
It is. It's
And you know why it's great? Here's why it's great. Because Paul and Gene, it's like when you invite a new friend over and you want to include them even though you don't really want to include them, but you pretend, you patronize
Yeah.
and say, oh, let's ask Johnny what he thinks. Well, this is what I think. Thanks, Johnny. They included Bruce because he was the new guy in the band. Let's give him a line.
Yeah.
He'll be happy. He's got a 3-second scene. And Bruce crushes it.
He
Yeah,
does.
he does.
And it's absolutely one of the more memorable quotes from the whole thing.
It's that and the Paul Stanley workout are the best
Well,
parts.
yeah,
the
yeah.
greatest.
The Paul Stanley workout is the best moment in Kiss history.
Yeah,
possibly.
probably.
Outside of the tunes.
Yeah.
Right?
Have you told him this?
I can't. I haven't.
No.
But I will
You won't?
ask him.
After
I'm going to
the
say,
whole.
hey, Paul, I did a shocker with my friends in Pot of Thunder. You did a thing.
Is he going
Yeah.
thinking like this?
No.
He knows.
No, yeah, but he knows about
He might have
Shocker
forgotten. He might have forgotten.
starring Mitch Pileggi
There you
And
go.
Guy Man
yeah,
Dude.
as Horace Pinker.
As Guy Mann-Dude. The title character.
That was the bailiff.
Yeah.
That
I was told about the movie. Quick to go to the movie that John Tesh was in this movie.
Really?
I think he dies in
He
it.
was a news reporter.
John Tesh dies in
I
this
think he
movie.
does die in it. I remember that.
Yeah.
But the thing also too about the Shocker movie, the effects are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. Like it's that horrible animation,
Or it looks like drawings.
electricity. Yeah, it looks really bad.
Yeah.
So
it
which
looks
was
like a
better?
sci-fi channel.
Can we go with this, or can we go with Gremlins 2? Remember when we had a gremlin that turned into electricity? Does anybody recall that?
You know a lot about electricity things.
I mean, that was only a year later.
Wow.
Gremlins
So is
too.
Ernest.
I'm giving Gremlins 2 a hell. I'm giving fucking Shocker the
You know-
movie a hell. I'm giving every song on this soundtrack a hell, except for No More Mr. Nice Guy, Megadeth, Sword in the Stone by Bonfire, which Kiss should have recorded.
That's
Yeah.
that's up there as with It's My Life.
Yeah.
That's as far as infamy.
But It's My Life actually was recorded by Kiss.
Yeah.
Was Sword and Stone ever recorded by Kiss?
I think just the demo with Paul
Just
and
a
whoever.
demo,
God,
yeah.
why wouldn't they have done that?
know.
They said that so-and-so, who was it, like Ron Nevison didn't think it was good enough for Crazy Nights. It's better than Bang Bang You.
well,
Andy?
Slow down.
Andy?
I hear what you're saying, but yeah.
It's better than You Love Me to Hate You on
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Good-
what is it?
I
What
guess
is it?
I was
Shout
gonna
in the Shade.
I was going to say better than Good Girl Gone Bad, but that's a Gene song.
It's a
so
Gene
you
song.
can't play that game.
No, you
Gene
can't.
and Paul's. But we went off-roading there for a minute. You
We
were
did.
saying that it's these guys on I said they had so much talent and they didn't
but
deliver.
They were session musicians
Yeah.
called in to play a part, and probably like literally no interest. Probably didn't even really know what it was for,
Yeah.
and just thought, yeah, I'll play on the
Yeah,
tune,
these guys
whatever.
these are my friends. They're
Yeah.
cool. I'll do it.
Oh, who else is on it? You know how Hollywood
Yeah.
works. Well, we got Sarzo and Paul Stanley. I'm in.
Yeah.
Or we got Campbell and Tommy Lee. I'm in. We got Guy Man-Dude. They all fucking went. We're
Yeah,
doing
of
this.
course. Yeah.
They were like fighting each other for
Yeah.
it. Actually, Vivian Campbell actually punched George Lynch in the face to be able to do that gig.
Right.
So I mean, the talent, like you said, could have been better, but they were not a band. It's
No,
a
you're
one
right.
shot, one day thing.
You're right, but like you're looking at it as someone with some more understanding of that world.
Yeah.
But if you're just like
As
kid
a
who
fan,
bought kid
sure.
who bought this, holy shit, that's the lineup, and then you hear it, you're like, what the fuck, you know?
Right, I get
Not
it.
that it's terrible, but it's like, you know, this should be the greatest song ever recorded. It's
Once
more like
again, it's very stock, very
what
much.
the fuck?
Oh my gosh, Rich just came back.
Oh my! What is this?
Yes,
I don't know what happened.
they drew stuff on his face.
Rich thought because we're Tommy Lee's on the song, he was going to put on the old school Nikki Sixx makeup.
Wow.
There he's got the dirt in his face from the Crocus video. Screaming in the night from the post-apocalyptic Lick It Up, All Hell's Breaking Loose sessions. I think it's almost time to wrap it up.
It's
I think
time,
Rich just
yeah.
came back in. He's like, I think he might be like dehydrated or something.
I don't know,
He wandered in here like he just was in the wilderness for 3 weeks.
He wandered in. He gave me a weird look. I looked at the marks on his face, and he walked right into the bathroom. So
I think Rich
That
just got
tells-
attacked by
Hey,
Horace Pinker.
but guess what? We're still connected.
that's true. He didn't kick any plugs out.
I think Horace Pinker and the Shocker syndrome had something to do with this. Did you get electrocuted by Horace Pinker?
Looks like it's
Rich?
coming off.
Well, yeah, it's
Turning
dead,
red
it's
a
dead
little bit.
skin.
Did you just fix someone's jalopy outside?
Archie, can you fix Jughead's jalopy? Yeah, well, like I said,
Well-
guys, if you haven't heard this, I hope you got some enjoyment out of it. Very rare Paul Stanley vocal.
Yeah.
A very cool moment in rock and roll history that no one really knows a lot about. But there you go. That's we've given you all that we know. If you have any extra information about this, send it over to @PodOfThunder on the Twitter
There you go.
or at I Am Jericho and let us know the information that you have about Shocker.
Let's
And,
rubber stamp it. Oh,
and
sorry.
just I want to say real quick, happy birthday, Andy.
Yes.
and
Happy birthday.
And a thanks to Ken Mills of the podcast for help with this episode.
Oh,
He-
right.
a little
How did
help
Ken
he-
Mills help with
He
this?
helped a little bit behind the scenes.
Oh,
So
really?
shout out to Ken, the Podfather.
Okay, I don't really know Ken, but
He's a
if I
guy.
see
He's
him-
a guy worth knowing.
I listen to his shows sometimes.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
yeah, good.
He's a great guy, man, dude.
I wonder what I wonder what Ken Mills would think about this. Next episode, Ken Mills reviews Shocker.
We have to
We're
do
gonna,
this
gonna
whole
be
thing
like when
again.
you send in the voice recording for like 30 seconds.
forgot
of your,
about that.
of your review.
I know I did it for like 2 weeks. And
We get it from Ken Mills,
Here's the thing.
or we can get Guy
Can I
Mann-Dude.
review my own review?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll review my own review
You
on
can.
this
Oh,
show.
Say, why was I so hard on Chris L?
Jeez,
What
man.
was I thinking?
Rudy Sarzo, I can hear you throughout this whole song. What's wrong with me?
You
Edit.
found it.
Yeah. Edit that out. All right. Let's rubber stamp it.
That's just the fucking way it is.
All right. Well, thank you again, Tooge, for coming
I
by.
can't think of a better way for you to spend your birthday than with the fine dudes of Wrath
That's right.
and the 4 of 5 of us here
The
tonight.
new Dudes of Wrath.
The new dudes of
Not a
Wrath.
bad idea.
We're facing the new Rockers next week on Raw.
Next
All
week,
right.
30 years, New Dudes of Wrath.
Here you go. Hold on.
Hi guys, this is Paul Anka, and you're listening to one of my favorite hangout places, Pod of Thunder. Stay tuned and don't miss it daily. They got it down and they do it my way. Anka, checking out.